What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be trading away Jimmy Butler to the Phoenix Suns for Bradley Beal, and then I'll be rebuilding the Phoenix Suns around Jimmy Butler, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant. Let's go ahead and make this trade happen. Of course, for this trade, I did turn on trade override in order to make this trade possible, and we're going to make it happen. And now we got Jimmy Butler on the Phoenix Suns paired up with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. Of course, in real life, there's been rumors going around that Jimmy Butler wants to come on the Phoenix Suns or the Golden State Warriors, so we made that happen, bringing him to the Phoenix Suns to pair him up with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant to form a new big three. And Jimmy Butler would most definitely help out the Phoenix Suns a ton. He's a better defender than Bradley Beal. He's a good offensive player, good playmaker. He's a good player all around. He has a ton of playoff experience that would come in clutch. Obviously, playoff Jimmy is insane. Before we get into the video, make sure to drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Now that we got that out of the way, let's jump right into this rebuild. There's still one more move that I'm planning on doing, and that's trading away Jusuf Nurkic. I'm not a fan of Jusuf Nurkic. He's not been playing good at all this season. We need a new defensive center, in my opinion. And there's a lot of good trades we can get in return for Jusuf Nurkic. We can get Brook Lopez. We can get Clint Capella. Clint Capella would be perfect in my opinion. He's an amazing rebounder, amazing offensive player, and an amazing defensive player. He's a good rim protector. But there's another trade that I have in mind. Mitchell Robinson would also be amazing. But I want to target a center from the Portland Trailblazers who is Robert Williams III. In my opinion, Williams would most definitely be a huge help for us. He's a good rebounder, good offensive player, and one of the best defensive big men in the league. Let's see if the Portland Trail Blazers would accept this trade for Jusuf Nurkic, a second-round pick for Robert Williams. Let's see what they say here. Okay, I forgot to turn off override, so let me do that quickly, and then we'll be back for that trade. I turned off trade override. We had that on from the Jimmy Butler trade. Let's see what Portland says. For Jusuf Nurkic and a second round pick, Nurkic, we're going to be sending him back to Portland. He's not been a good player in my opinion. This season he's playing pretty bad, so we're going to go ahead and try acquiring Robert Williams. Let's see what they say here. And they do give us a counter offer for Damian Lee, and they'll give us Duop Reith, which I'm totally fine with. And now we got ourselves a new starting center and a new starting five in general, which is going to be Tyus Jones, Devin Booker, Jimmy Butler, Kevin Durant, and Robert Williams III. Our starting five, in my opinion, is amazing. I'm excited to see what Jimmy Butler does here with the Phoenix Suns, same as Robert Williams. And then off the bench, we're going to have Royce O'Neal, Grayson Allen, Mason Plumlee, Josh Okogie, and Monte Morris. I'll probably run a 9-man rotation, maybe take out Josh Okogie, or try getting ourselves a new backup point guard. There's not really any backup point guards that we can acquire, but we can get Nickeil Alexander-Walker and move his position over to point guard. He's a good playmaker, amazing defender, and a good three-point shooter that we could have on our team to be our backup point guard behind Tyus Jones. So we're going to be sending away Josh Okogie and Monte Morris for Nickeil Alexander-Walker and PJ Dozier. This is the last trade we're going to be making for the season as of right now, and then see how things play out. We will move Nickeil Alexander-Walker to be our new backup point guard. And now this is going to be our new rotation. We'll run a 9-man rotation, which leaves Ryan Dunn out. We're going to have Tyus Jones, Booker, Butler, Durant, Williams. Off the bench, we're going to have Royce O'Neal, Grayson Allen, Mason Plumlee, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And now I'll be simulating probably until the end of this season. If not at the end of the season, I'll see y'all at the trade deadline if there's any moves to be made. Let's see how game 1 goes actually against the Golden State Warriors with our new rotation. Let's see how things go. And it's a win, which should be a good sign. We scored 131 points. How did Butler play in his debut? He didn't play as good. I mean, he scored 11 points, but his defense was there. And so was his playmaking. Durant scored 43 points. Now I'll simulate either until the trade deadline or the end of this season. Depends on how we're playing. So I'll see y'all there. I stopped here at the trade deadline. There's one last trade we'll be pulling off this season, and that's for a new backup center in Charles Bassey, who's a better rebounder and better post defender than Mason Plumlee is. So we're going to go ahead and bring Charles Bassey onto this team. Plus, Mason Plumlee is going to be retiring this offseason anyways. Charles Bassey is 24 years old, so we could probably keep him for the future to be our backup center. We're going to go ahead and pull this last trade off for this season. We have been playing a lot better than before. We're winning a lot more games. And now that's it for this season. I'll be simulating until the end of the season, where hopefully we could win the new Big Three a championship. I know I said we weren't going to be making any more trades for this season, but I was wrong. We're going to be trading away Tyus Jones for Andrew Nembhard to be our new starting point guard. He's on a longer contract than Tyus Jones is. This offseason, we're going to be losing Tyus Jones because we won't have the money to re-sign him anyways. Andrew Nembhard is 25 years old. He's going to continue to progress. He's an amazing playmaker and offensive player, and an amazing defender as well. So we're going to go ahead and pull this trade off where we acquire ourselves our new starting point guard in Andrew Nembhard. And now that's it for these trades. I'll be seeing y'all at the end of this season. I'm really excited to see how things play out with Nembhard. He's an amazing player. I've gotten him in other rebuilds. He progresses a lot. He's a good playmaker. And a really good defender, which makes us even better. So now we'll be simulating until the end of this season. At the end of this season, Luka Doncic wins MVP, Jared McCain wins Rookie of the Year, Russell Westbrook wins Sixth Player of the Year, Wemby Defensive Player, Amin Thompson Most Improved, Jokic wins Clutch Player, Tom Thibodeau Coach, and we win Executive of the Year. As you guys can see in the bottom left corner, we won 51 games and lost 31. Let's see if we get any All-NBA selections, which hopefully we do, and we don't get any NBA selections. Okay, what about defense? Let's check this out. And no All-Defensive Team selections either. I'm surprised that we didn't get Robert Williams here, because he played absolutely phenomenal defense. And we were the 5th seed, and in round number 1, we're going to be taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Let me show you guys our player stats. Our team played absolutely phenomenal. We'll show you guys the stats here. So our leading scorer was Devin Booker, putting up 26.5 points per game. Behind him was Kevin Durant with 23.5. And then we had Jimmy Butler, who played absolutely phenomenal, shooting 50, 40, 70, averaging 18 points per game. And then we had Grayson Allen, Andrew Nembhard, who kind of struggled offensively, but his defense and playmaking was amazing. Royce O'Neal, Robert Williams, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Charles Bassey. We weren't able to give Charles Bassey an extension. I really wanted him because he's an amazing backup center. As you guys can see, he's an amazing rim protector, rebounder, and offensive player. Now I'm going to fix up our player minutes, and then let's see if we can defeat the Minnesota Timberwolves. Player minutes have been fixed up. Let's see how things play out. I also raised Jimmy Butler's shot tendency because we know how playoff Jimmy is. He likes to play his best basketball in the playoffs. He scored 18 points, 18 from Booker, and 37 from Durant with a win. We won by 4 points. Let's see how game number 2 goes, and it's a loss. D-Book had 40, 26 from Butler, the 21 from Durant. How is Robert Williams playing? He's playing good. Playing good defense, rebounding amazingly. Let's see how game 3 goes, and it's a win. Let's go. D-Book with 35. 22 from Durant, 14 from Jimmy Butler. He's struggling, especially from the three-point line. Hopefully he can pick that up here. Game number 4 is also a win, which puts us up 3-1, with Butler leading the way, 37 points, 23 from Robert Williams. Let's go, 23 points, 14 boards. And then we have Durant, the 20-point double-double. D-Book struggled, but it's all right. Let's see how Andrew Nembhard's playing. He's also struggling offensively. His defense and playmaking makes up for it. Is this going to be a gentleman's sweep? Let's see, and it is. So we beat the Minnesota Timberwolves in round number 1 with Butler leading the way once again. He's taking too many three-pointers, 6 three-pointers taken that game, and he didn't even make one. But he still played phenomenal all around. Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Robert Williams is playing really good for us, which is amazing to see. So is Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Nembhard is struggling. We can always switch him out for Nickeil Alexander-Walker if we want. I think I may do that depending on how we play here. And now we got ourselves the OKC Thunder, probably the hardest team we'll be facing here, while the Dallas Mavericks and the Thunder are the hardest team in my opinion. Game 1 is a win for us though, with Butler scoring 34 points, 10 assists, 32 from Durant, 21 from Nembhard. Let's go. D-Book struggled once again, but that's alright because the rest of the team stepped up when we needed them, and we're up 2-0 with Durant leading the way, 41 points, playing absolutely phenomenal. Butler only had 10 points. Looks like he's taking too many three-pointers and he's not making any of them. The regular season he shot 42%, but right now he's struggling from the three-point line, and I may lower his shot tendency from the three-point line if he continues shooting like this. And Butler with 21 points, 10 assists, 33 from Booker, 46 from Durant. Robert Williams with another double-double. Also getting Robert Williams on our team was a huge help, most definitely. His defense, rebounding, rim protection helps us a ton defensively. And offensively, he's a good offensive player too. Is this going to be a sweep? It's not going to be a sweep. Gentleman sweep? Yes, it is. So we gentleman sweep the OKC Thunder with Butler putting up 26 points, 25 from Durant, a double-double from Booker. Let's see how Butler is shooting. He's starting to shoot better now from the three-point line, so we'll leave that how it is. Now we got the Dallas Mavericks, who are the number 2 seed, who have Luka Doncic, Kyrie, and Klay Thompson. They have the same starting 5 as they have in real life. Their bench is also the exact same. This team's a deadly team, so we're going to have to be careful here. Let's see how things go. Game 1 is a loss. How did Butler play? Butler was good, but we still fell short here, sadly. Durant struggled a ton, only shooting 5 of 14. Nembhard is starting to play better now, but we may sub him out for Nickeil Alexander-Walker because Alexander-Walker is playing a lot better, and he's off the bench right now. But we do win game number 2. Let's go by 5 points. Durant with 36, Booker with a double-double, Grayson Allen hitting 4 three-pointers, Robert Williams, and Jimmy Butler. Let's see how game 3 goes. It's also a win. That's what I'm talking about. Durant with 43, playoff Butler with 27, playoff Jimmy with 27. Can we go up 3-1? We cannot. They tie up the series. I think I'm going to lower Butler's shot tendency from the three-point line down a little bit because he's taking too many three-pointers and he's not hitting them at a high clip. And I may or may not sub out Andrew Nembhard for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I guess we'll see. I came up with a coach game plan. Put Jimmy Butler on Luka Doncic. Let's see how things play out. We'll jump into Simcast here. And hopefully we can get this win. So far we do have the lead. But let's see if we can keep this. They are pushing back. But it looks like we may be winning. And they almost came back in the 4th quarter. But we end up winning by 3 points. Jimmy Butler had 20 points, 26 from Durant, and 30 from Devin Booker. Luka Doncic still played absolutely phenomenal, and we had Jimmy Butler guarding him. Let's see if we can defeat the Dallas Mavericks here and advance to the NBA Finals, where so far we started off this game pretty good, but hopefully we can keep this up, and they are pushing back by the looks of it, and now we're running away with it. We're up by 13 points, and we're going to be advancing to the NBA Finals, where we win by 15 points. Butler had 24 points, 10 assists, 23 from Booker, and 22 from Durant. Let's see how the defense was. So Jimmy Butler locked up Luka Doncic, which is probably a main reason we won that game. And now we're advancing to the NBA Finals, where either we'll be taking on the New York Knicks or the Boston Celtics. And we're going to be taking on the New York Knicks. So they say Luka Doncic wins Western Conference Finals MVP. Of course, I'm going to override this and give it to one of our players because we won the conference finals. So Durant averaged the most amount of points. We're going to go ahead and give this to Kevin Durant, who averaged 27 points per game. Now we're going to be taking on the New York Knicks, where I'll come up with a coach game plan, and then we'll see how things play out in the finals. By the looks of it, they haven't made any moves to their roster. They did acquire Dorian Finney-Smith, though, who's coming off their bench, which is a really good pick for this team. But their starting 5 and the rest of their roster is exactly the same. but we're most definitely going to come up with a coach game plan for Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, and the rest of their players, because they have an elite starting five. Here we are in the NBA Finals going up against the New York Knicks. I came up with a coach game plan. We put Andrew Nembhard on Jalen Brunson. I put Jimmy Butler on Mikal Bridges since OG Anunoby isn't playing good offensively, but Mikal Bridges is. And then obviously we put Robert Williams on Karl Anthony Towns. Since he's I believe he's our second leading scorer, yes, right behind Jalen Brunson. So let's see how things play out here. Hopefully it's a win for us, and game 1 is a win. Brunson had 49 points, but luckily we still won by 7 points. The big three all had 30 plus points, 30 from Booker, 31 from Durant, and 31 from Jimmy Butler. Let's see how things go here in game 2, and we lose. We fall short to the Knicks this game. Butler played good with 28 points, 27 from Booker. Where is KD? Oh god, he struggled big time here. Only scoring 6 points. Hopefully we can win game 3, and we lose. And let's see how our players are playing so far. So the big three is playing pretty good, but I don't know, I guess it may be our defense. I'm not sure what's exactly going on here. I may have to come up with a different coach game plan depending on how our players are playing, and switch up a few shot tendencies from the looks of it. So I switched a few shot tendencies, and we're going to be running with the same coach game plan, but I did move a few shot tendencies for our players. Let's see how things go. We'll be jumping into Simcast. Hopefully we can defeat the New York Knicks and tie up the series here. So far they do have the lead on us. We are pushing back, and we take the lead from them, and we're going to be winning this game by 22 points. Durant with 28, 25 from Devin Booker, 22 from Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who's playing absolutely phenomenal. Robert Williams, 14 points, 16 boards, 4 blocks. Whoa, he played really good that game. Royce O'Neal. Andrew Nembhard is really struggling in the finals. I believe his efficiency was like 30% from the field in the NBA Finals. So hopefully he can turn things around. Otherwise, we will be putting Nickeil Alexander-Walker into the starting lineup. The only reason Nembhard is in the starting lineup right now is because of his defense. And let's see how defense was. On Jalen Brunson, it was pretty good. It made him turn over the ball 4 times. Karl Anthony Towns still played great. And the rest of their team was pretty good, but hopefully we can go up 3-2 here. Let's see how things go. They do have home court advantage on us. It's back and forth so far. We have the lead, but they are pushing back, and they take it from us. We're up by 5 minutes remaining. And we're going to be winning. Let's go. So we end up winning this game by 14 points. KD with 40 points. Insane. Robert Williams, 18 points and 19 boards. We're here at the start of Game 6. Hopefully we can defeat the New York Knicks and get ourselves a win here and get ourselves the first championship in the first year of this rebuild, which would be absolutely phenomenal. It's a back and forth. They're up by 1, 8:60 remaining. We do take the lead. We're up by 2, 4 minutes remaining. We're up by 4. This is a close match here, but it looks like, yep, we're going to be winning our first championship in the first season of this rebuild. And there you have it. The Phoenix Suns are the 2025 NBA champions. Kevin Durant had 30 points. Playoff Jimmy was absolutely phenomenal. 28 points from him. Devin Booker with 24, 12 and 11 from Robert Williams. And then the rest of the team. Let's see who's going to win Finals MVP here. And it's going to be KD. Well deserved. Kevin Durant averaging 26 points per game, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, over a block, shooting 50, 50, 70. Which was absolutely phenomenal. That's really good that we won an NBA championship in the first season of this rebuild. That doesn't happen very often, but it did happen in this video. Here's the playoff stats for our team. Kevin Durant led the way in the playoffs, 27.5 points, 25 from Booker, and 23 points from playoff Jimmy. He played absolutely phenomenal. Clearly, he was a really good get for our team and helped us win that championship. Same as Robert Williams III. Let's go to the NBA final stats and see how that was. So KD led the way with 26 points per game, 23 from Devin Booker, 23.5 from Jimmy Butler as well. who played absolutely phenomenal in only 32 minutes a game. And then we have Robert Williams, 13-13, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Kel Alexander-Walker, Grayson Allen, Andrew Nembhard. I'm pretty sure Nembhard progresses pretty nicely in 2K, so hopefully he ends up progressing quite a bit this offseason. That way he could be our future starting point guard for our team. Royce O'Neal, and then Charles Bassey. That was fun. That was a fun first year. Hopefully we can run it back and win ourselves another championship. But this season we are going to have to bring back Jimmy Butler in free agency, which hopefully we're able to do because he is a free agent. I hope we have the salary to bring him back. Bird rights or something. I'm not sure if we will, but I guess we'll see. And now I'm going to simulate until the draft lottery, the NBA draft or free agency. So from the looks of things, we won't have to re-sign Jimmy Butler since he accepts his player option, which is really great. I honestly thought he would be declining his player option, because most players always decline their player option in 2K simulation. But luckily, we're going to have Jimmy Butler around for another year, and then hopefully we can even give him an extension to try keeping him an extra year. But we will have him for this upcoming season, which is phenomenal. Which means we still have the big three intact of Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Jimmy Butler. We're going to be trying to win them a second championship together, which would absolutely be phenomenal. So of course, this coming season, that's going to be the goal, to win them another championship. We basically have all our good players on contracts. We're going to have to bring back Nickeil Alexander-Walker and a backup center, which I totally forgot about. Charles Bassey, I would love to bring back. He was a phenomenal backup center to have on our team. Amazing rebounder, offensive player, and defender. So hopefully we can bring him back. I guess we'll see. I'm not going to give the qualifying offer to any of those two. Let's see if we have bird rights. And we do have bird rights on Charles Bassey and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, which is a huge W in my opinion, since we can bring them back on our team. Charles Bassey, honestly, his overall isn't that high, but he's still a really good backup center to have in 2K simulation. 4.4 offensive rebounds per 36 minutes. He was good for our team. So we're going to be bringing back Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Charles Bassey on 2-year contracts, which they accept, which is really nice to see. And we honestly don't have to bring anyone else back, since we got all of our good players signed on contracts already. Now I'll be seeing you guys at the start of this coming season, unless I decide to make a trade this off season, which I don't think I will. I know I said we weren't going to be making any more trades, but we are going to be trading away Royce O'Neal for Isaac Okoro. And the reason for that is Royce O'Neal is 32 years old, and I'm pretty sure he regresses really fast in NBA 2K. So we're going to go ahead and bring Isaac Okoro on our team, who is a 3-and-D wing that we could have coming off our bench as our 6th man, to be our new backup small forward. I stopped here at the player progression day, and Jimmy Butler is down 1 in overall, and Kevin Durant is down by 2 overall, which really sucks. But on the flip side, a lot of our players are also progressing. Nembhard is up to 83 overall. Robert Williams is up to 84 overall. Ryan Dunn is up to 79 overall, which means we could probably start to play him this coming season. And then Isaac Okoro is also up to 79 overall. Grayson Allen fell down to 77, which sucks, which means he may be out of our rotation, sadly. I really hope not. We're here at the start of season number 2 with our rotation that includes Andrew Nembhard, Devin Booker, Jimmy Butler, Kevin Durant, Robert Williams III, and then off the bench we're going to have Ryan Dunn, who is going to be playing for us the first time in this video, so I'm excited to see how he plays. Hopefully he's really good for us. He's an amazing defender. Hopefully he could be good offensively as well. Then we have Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Isaac Okoro, and Charles Bassey. I'm excited to see how our rotation plays out. I think we're going to be a really good team, especially with the progression of our younger players. So let's see how things play out. Of course, if there's trades to be made, I'll stop at the trade deadline, and then we'll be making some trades. If not, I'll see you guys at the end of this season. Game 1 is a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves, but hopefully we could pick things up going forward. I'm stopped here on January 4th, where we're the 5th seed. And I came up with a little idea. We're going to be coming up with an insane trade Jimmy Butler is going to continue regressing the next few seasons, so we're going to do everything we can to win now. Obviously, Jimmy Butler, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker are untouchable, but everyone else is on the trade block, and we're going to go try going for another star to bring on this team. Jimmy Butler's 36, Kevin Durant's 37, so basically this is the only year we got to win us another championship. So I'm going to do everything I can in order to make that happen. Since we're going for another star to bring on this team, what we're going to need is picks, so I'm going to be trading away a bunch of our players away for first round picks, which hopefully we can get, and clearly we can. So I'm going to acquire as many picks as we can, and then I'll see you guys at the trade where hopefully we can get ourselves a star. We're going to be targeting Scottie Barnes from the Toronto Raptors. I was able to acquire ourselves 3 first round picks, and getting Scottie Barnes, he could be our new starting power forward or small forward, and then we can move around the rest of our big threes positions. We would be sending away Andrew Nembhard, Grayson Allen, and probably a bunch of first round picks, so let's see what they say with this trade here. And they accept with 1 first round pick, so we didn't have to use all the picks that we acquired by the looks of it. And we got ourselves Scottie Barnes. This is going to be our rotation here. We're going to have Jimmy Butler as our shooting guard, and then Scottie Barnes as our small forward. Our defense was pretty bad this season, so hopefully this helps our defense. Scottie Barnes is an elite defender. I'm not sure if we're going to stop there with trades. I may upgrade our bench unit as well, since this will probably be the last season of this rebuild, since Jimmy Butler's 36, KD is 37, and again, they're going to continue to regress. So we're going to try our best to win ourselves another championship this playoff run. And obviously, as I said, I acquired ourselves 3 first round picks, and we only had to use 1 first rounder to get Scottie Barnes, so we still have 2 second round picks that we can use in trades. That's the main reason I want to pull off another big trade to upgrade our bench unit and get an amazing 6-man for our team. So the only trade I think that we're going to be trying to pull off right now is for a new backup center. Even though Charles Bassey has been amazing, I think Walker Kessler will help us a lot more. He's one of the best rim protectors in the league, and his defense will most definitely help our defense get better. So let's see if we could trade away Charles Bassey for Walker Kessler. Obviously, we're going to have to throw in picks, and that's where our picks will come in handy. 1 first rounder probably won't get it done, and it doesn't. What about 2 second rounders? Sorry, 2 first rounders, and it does. And now we acquired ourselves a new center in Walker Kessler, who could either be our starting center or our backup center. Doesn't matter which one, because he's going to be amazing regardless. But I think I'm going to play both of them 24 minutes each, and that should most definitely be helping out our defense. I'm excited to see how things play out. I don't think I'll be making any more trades, so I'll see y'all at the end of this season. I forgot to give a little rundown of our new rotation. I did move Devin Booker's position to point guard, I moved Jimmy Butler to shooting guard, and Kevin Durant to small forward, and Scottie Barnes will be our starting power forward. Then we have Robert Williams at the starting center position, and then off the bench as our 6th man, we're going to have Walker Kessler, and then Isaac Okoro, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Ryan Dunn. In my opinion, we're a championship team. Our starting 5 is so elite, all of our players are almost in 90 overall. Jimmy Butler's 87, and Robert Williams is at 85. We literally have a big 4 in Devin Booker, Jimmy Butler, Kevin Durant, and Scottie Barnes. That's 4 all-star level players in the same rotation on the same team. And now I'll be simulating until the end of this season, where hopefully we can win this new Big 4 a championship. At the end of this season, Luka Doncic wins another MVP, Cooper Flag wins Rookie of the Year, he also wins 6th Player of the Year, Wemby wins Defensive Player. Okay, I thought that said 20 points per game. I was like, what? But 29 is insane. Scoot Henderson, most improved, averaging 19 points per game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander averaging 31. So Scoot clearly had a bounce back season from 9 points per game all the way up to 19 on amazing efficiency, which is really nice to see. The other night he hit a game winner in real life, which was really cool to see, since there's been a lot of Scoot Henderson hate going around. So it's nice to see the young player get a game winner. And Jason Kidd wins Coach of the Year, and we win Executive of the Year. As you guys can see in the bottom left corner, we won 58 games, losing only 24. Let's see if we get any All-NBA selections. I don't think we will, because we haven't so far. Okay, we get Scottie Barnes on All-NBA third team. There we go. That's really cool to see. Clearly, Scottie Barnes was playing really well for us. He helped us get a ton of wins this season, helped our defense get better as well. All defensive first team, no one from our team. And then we do get Robert Williams on all defensive second team. I'm surprised we don't see Walker Kessler here, because I'm pretty sure he was averaging more, way more blocks than Robert Williams. He was almost averaging 3 blocks per game. And I'll show you guys here in a second. We were the second seed, and in round number 1, we got ourselves a New Orleans Pelicans, who basically have the same exact team. They don't have CJ McCollum anymore, but they do have Cooper Flag, which makes them even more deadly. And somehow they're the 7th seed, even with this stacked team that they have all their players. Okay, so they still do have CJ McCollum. This team is stacked. They have 11, 12. Oh, how many players is that? 80 plus overall. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12 players, all 80 overall. That is insane. Jose Alvarado's at 80 overall, and he didn't play a minute. Same as Sadiq Bey. That is insane. And now I'll show you guys the player stats for the regular season. Our team played absolutely phenomenal. Devin Booker was the leading scorer with 25 points per game. And then right behind him was Kevin Durant at age 37, still averaging 21 points per game on amazing efficiency, still shooting 50, 40, 80. He's playing amazing at age 37. Scottie Barnes, amazing get for our team, putting up 20 points per game, 8.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, amazing defense, a steal, and a block a game. And then we have Jimmy Butler, the man himself, averaging 16 points per game. He was able to take a step back since we acquired Scottie Barnes. I lowered his shot tendency, that way he could be the shooting guard that play makes and scores when he needs to, and he did his role perfectly. He played good defense as well. Robert Williams was averaging a double-double, which is really nice to see. Nickeil Alexander-Walker was absolutely amazing off the bench, putting up 10 points per game, 4 assists. Then we have Walker Kessler, 8.5 points, 10 assists from him, 2 blocks. Okay, so it wasn't 3 blocks per game. I thought it was 3 blocks. I believe when we acquired him, it was 3 blocks per game. We also have Isaac Okoro, 8 points, 6.5 from Ryan Dunn. His efficiency wasn't the best, but I mean his defense was good. He was a decent player, a role player on our team. And the reason we were able to move Devin Booker back to the point guard position was, we all know the Phoenix Suns had a problem when they had him at the point guard position, but now we have playmakers like Scottie Barnes and Jimmy Butler in the rotation. So it doesn't matter if Devin Booker's playing point guard or shooting guard, since Jimmy Butler is able to ball handle, play make, and so is Scottie Barnes. They're basically the main playmakers on this team, which means Devin Booker doesn't really have to play the point guard position where he has to play make. Now we're obviously taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm going to fix up our minutes and let's see if we can advance to the next round. The player minutes have been fixed. I think we should be able to beat the New Orleans Pelicans pretty easily. They were a play-in team, so let's see how things go. Game 1 is a win. Kevin Durant puts up 33, and there's playoff Jimmy with 28 points. Game number 2 is also a win. Devin Booker 27, playoff Jimmy once again 20 plus points, putting up 27 points this game. He's playing absolutely phenomenal. That's exactly what we need. Game 3 is also a win. D-Book 33, KD 28, Scottie Barnes 15, Jimmy Butler with 8 points, but he still played good all around, good defense, good playmaking. Is this going to be a sweep? And it is going to be a sweep. Let's go. KD with 37 points, 22 from Scottie, 19 from Devin Booker, 19 from Jimmy Butler. And this is what I mean. Since we have a lot of help on our team, Devin Booker could take a step back, shoot not the best, and we still win a game because we have Jimmy Butler, Scottie Barnes, and KD, which is really nice to see. And now, by the looks of it, we're getting the OKC Thunder, and we are. So we are going to be versing the OKC Thunder in round number 2, who have the same exact starting 5. They did get Brendan Clark off their bench, and that's basically it. They also got Ian Jackson, but he's only a 74 overall, so he probably won't be in the rotation. Let's see how things go here. Game 1 is a win. Let's go. D-Book with 38. 21 from Butler, 20 and 10 from Scotty. Scotty also helped our rebounding a lot. Something I forgot to mention. The regular season, he averaged 8.5 rebounds per game, and now, as you guys can see, he's averaging 9 rebounds. Per 36 minutes, 10 rebounds, which is really nice to see. Game number 2 is also a win. D-Book with 35, 19 from Durant, 19 from Scotty, and 18-point double-double from Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's been playing amazing. He's been an amazing playmaker and amazing defender also, which is nice. Game 3 is a loss. OKC Thunder do beat us here. Scotty had 28. How did Jimmy play? 8 points. Kind of struggled, but his playmaking was still amazing. Game 4 is a win, so we're up 3-1 against the OKC Thunder. D-Book had a double-double, 24 from Durant, 21 from Scotty, and 15 from Jimmy Butler, as well as 8 assists. So as you guys can see, he's playmaking really well this playoff run, averaging 7 assists per game in his new position as a shooting guard, which is nice to see. And he's shooting good from the three-point line as well. And it's not a gentleman's sweep, but we do beat them in 6. Kevin Durant had 39 points, 26 from Booker, 19 from Scotty, 13 points from Jimmy Butler. Only shot 9 buckets, but again, he was good all around, which is really nice. And now we're either getting the Dallas Mavericks or the San Antonio Spurs. Let's see who it's going to be. And of course, it's Luka and Kyrie as always. And Klay Thompson. He's struggling this playoff run. Hopefully he continues to struggle, which would give us a boost to win this series. Let's see how things go. Game number 1 is a loss. Kyrie 26, Luka at the 23. Let's see how Butler played. 19 points, but the rest of the team kind of struggled here, as you guys can see. Scotty Barnes only had 8 points. Game number 2 is also a loss, and this is where we're going to come up with a coach game plan, because we're not going down 3-0. That's for sure. We should have put someone else on Luka to begin with. That totally slipped my mind. We could have put Jimmy Butler on D-Book. But we'll do that right now anyways. Or Scotty Barnes on Devin Booker. In my opinion, Scotty Barnes would lock up Luka perfectly. So I came up with a really good coach game plan. We put Scotty Barnes on Luka Doncic and Jimmy Butler on Kyrie Irving, which should help slow Luka and Kyrie down. Then Devin Booker is on Najee Marshall, and then KD on PJ Washington. Najee Marshall isn't playing good offense, that's why we put Devin Booker on him. And PJ Washington is playing good offense, so I put Kevin Durant on him. Let's see how things go. We'll jump into Simcast here for the last few games and see how things play out. And we're off to an amazing start. 46 points in the first quarter. We outscored them by 10 in the second. It looks like we are going to be winning this game. Kevin Durant with 33, Devin Booker with 29, 19 from Jimmy Butler, 10 from Scotty Barnes. In our defense was clearly amazing. We held Kyrie Irving to 3 of 14 shooting. Let's go. This is what we need in order for us to continue winning. Let's see if we could tie up the series here. Go 2-2. We do have home court advantage, so hopefully we get this win. They have the lead so far. And hopefully we can come back from this. They're up by 6. A few minutes remaining. Let's slow this down a little bit in case we need to jump in. And I think we're going to be jumping in here. 2 minutes remaining. They're up by 6. We'll see if we can come back from this lead that they have on us. We do have ball, which is really nice to see. Oh yeah, you left him open and we hit. What was that? A 2 or a 3? Whatever it was, at least we hit that. Is that D'Angelo Russell? I think that's D'Angelo Russell. So let's see what happens here. PJ Washington has a ball out to Luka. I'm not guarding Luka by myself. Oh god, that's in. I don't know, was that a 2? I believe that was a 2. We still have a chance to come back from this. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh no, dude. That was so close to go in here. That should not go in, and it doesn't, luckily. Oh god, Jimmy was... Oh my god, I literally... That was the worst turnover ever. Block. Let's go. We get the rebound. Pass it up to corner 3. Jimmy buckets, gets a corner 3. And the lead. They only have a 3-point lead on us now. I need to put my controller on charge, so 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, Luka has a ball. Let's see what happens here. He's trying to shoot, and I get the block on him. Perfect. Jimmy Butler. Was that Jimmy Butler with the block? Let's rewind that and see. Yup, Jimmy Butler with a block on Luka. Let's go. Pass it out to Scotty Barnes. Walker Kessler. Who does he have on him? No one really that good. That's a mismatch there, so let's see what happens here. And that should go in, yes, on PJ Washington. That was a mismatch, and we took advantage of that. 56 seconds remaining. They're up by 1. We got to play amazing defense on them now. Let's see what happens. Luka has a ball. And, oh god. Perfect. We get the rebound. So we have a chance to score here. D'Lo versus KD. That should be an easy bucket, and it is. Another mismatch for us. 7-foot KD, while almost a 7-footer in KD against D'Angelo Russell. And now, once again, Luka Doncic with the ball. We just gotta stop Luka, because I know he's gonna try going crazy here. Oh, no, 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 no. Perfect. That's a miss. There we go. And now they're gonna start fouling. Walker Kessler isn't the best free throw shooter, so hopefully I can get both of these here. Okay, excellent. Perfect. I believe Walker Kessler is a 60% free throw shooter, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully we can make both of these. And... oh god, we missed a second. They call a timeout. They still have a chance to hit a clutch 3-pointer. We need to come up with a good defensive rotation here. Walker Kessler, Robert Williams. I say we leave Walker Kessler in. And then I think we should sub out Devin Booker for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I think that would be the smartest move. But I'm not sure. I think we're going to end up... or for Isaac Okoro. Let's go ahead and bring Isaac Okoro in here. He's a way better defender than Devin Booker. Let's see what happens here. They're going to try hitting a clutch 3-pointer. Hopefully they don't hit that. Because if they do, they're going up 3-1 against us. And Luka's most definitely going to try hitting the shot here. We just got to make sure it doesn't go in. He's going to call for a screen here pretty soon from the looks of it. Yep, there's a screen. Oh no. Yes, we win. I'll see y'all in the next game. That was insane. That was an insane comeback. I had a feeling we were about to lose that game. But our players came in clutch. We played amazing defense. Only allowed 2 points for them to score. Jimmy Butler's having a post-game interview, which is nice to see here. Insane comeback to tie up the series, 2-2. Kevin Durant scored 32 points that game, 30 from Devin Booker and 17 from Butler. He did kind of struggle shooting the ball there, but that's alright. Same as Scotty Barnes. Let's see if we can go up 3-2 against the Dallas Mavericks. They do have home court advantage, but I still think we can beat them. In my opinion, we're the better team, so let's see what happens here. We do take the lead from them. Please run away with it. We're up by 9, 8 minutes remaining. 5 minutes remaining, we're up by 10. And it looks like we are going to be winning this game, going up 3-2 against the Dallas Mavericks. 29 points, 14 rebounds from Scotty, 24 points from Kevin Durant, 16 from Devin Booker, 14 Nickeil. Where is Jimmy Buckets? There he is with 11 points and 5 assists. Here we are at the start of Game 6, where we do have home court advantage, and hopefully we can defeat the Dallas Mavericks to advance to the NBA Finals. So far, it's a back and forth battle here. We have the lead, but they are pushing right back. We're up by 4, 8 minutes remaining. We're up by 6, 4 minutes remaining. Let's slow this down. Okay, and we're running away with it in the last quarter. And now they are kind of pushing back, but we're up by 10, 50 seconds remaining. I highly doubt they're going to be coming back. And just like that, we're back in the NBA Finals. with Devin Booker scoring 31 points, 23 from playoff Jimmy, 23 from Kevin Durant, 13 from Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Scottie Barnes did struggle, but that's alright. Devin Booker winning Western Conference Finals MVP, and then we have Cade Cunningham winning Eastern Conference Finals MVP. So we are going to be going up against the Detroit Pistons in the NBA Finals. They were the 2nd seed. They got themselves John Collins. They have Azar Thompson in the starting lineup. And their new starting center is Isaiah Stewart. Let's see what their bench is looking like. Basically the same in real life, but they did acquire Zach Collins and Vince Williams Jr. by the looks of it. And that's basically it. In my opinion, we're the better team, so hopefully we could beat them here. I'm going to fix up our player minutes, and then we'll jump right into the NBA Finals. Alright, let's see how things go against the Detroit Pistons. Hopefully we can win the Phoenix Suns another championship. That would be amazing, winning 2 championships back-to-back to end off this video. Game 1 is a win for the Phoenix Suns. 41 from Devin Booker, 17 from Jimmy Butler. You know what we're going to do? We're going to raise Jimmy Butler's shot tendency for the NBA Finals. Screw it. Might as well have him score more points. Game number 2 is also a win. Devin Booker with 35. Where is Jimmy Butler? Only 2 points. Okay, we're going to raise it even higher. Because I have a good feeling we're going to be winning this series. So I want Jimmy Butler to be shooting a lot more. Since this is the last season of the rebuild, we'll raise his shot tendency up to a 90. Game 3 is also a win. Let's see how Butler played. 24 points, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. 28 from Booker, and then the rest of the team. Hopefully Jimmy Butler could go off in this game also. And we end up sweeping the Detroit Pistons, winning Jimmy Butler and the Phoenix Suns 2 championships back to back. Devin Booker winning Finals MVP, averaging 37 points per game, 7 assists, shooting 50, 40, 90. So clearly after getting Jimmy Butler, that trade paid off. We won 2 championships back to back with Jimmy Butler, which is insane. Here's the playoff stats for our team. Devin Booker led the way with 30 points per game. Behind him was Kevin Durant with 22. Then we have Scottie Barnes 17 from playoff Jimmy. He was able to take a step back offensively since we brought him and the Phoenix Suns a bunch of help. 10 from Robert Williams, well 9, and then the rest of the team. Let's see how Jimmy played in the finals. So Devin Booker led the way with 37 points per game. Clearly he was taking the most amount of shots. 18 from Scottie Barnes, 17 from Butler, 6.5 assists, almost 2 steals, and around half a block per game. Butler was an amazing small forward to have on this team. If he comes to the Phoenix Suns, they're most definitely going to get one step closer to being championship contenders. But they will also have to trade Jusuf Nurkic, in my opinion, for a different center. And someone like Robert Williams would be perfect. Kevin Durant averaged only 13 points per game in the NBA Finals. He played horrible, shooting 30% from the field. But still, he's Kevin Durant. He helped us get all the way to the finals anyways. 12 and 10 from Walker Kessler, 9 from Nickeil, 9 from Robert Williams, 5.5 from Ryan Dunn, who played absolutely phenomenal. And then 4 from Isaac Okoro. And that's it for this video of sending Jimmy Butler to the Phoenix Suns. I hope you guys did enjoy. We won Jimmy Butler his first and second ring with the Phoenix Suns, which was a really nice way to end off this video. And then how many rings would that put KD at? 4 championships Kevin Durant has, which is absolutely phenomenal. 2 for Jimmy Butler, Scottie Barnes' first championship since he just joined our team, and then 2 for Devin Booker. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, and also check out my latest video. There'll be a pop-up right here on the screen that you guys can click and go watch my latest video. Until next time, it's your boy Dragon, and I'm out. Peace.